Hello guys, this is Marek here, and here's the video for you about Lightroom, or specifically about the Lightroom view options. Now as you work in the grid view, or let's say in library, because we're going to cover two main areas. In the library module, as we call it, it's on here, there are two options for displaying images, two main options. The grid view, that's what you're seeing right now, there's the one icon here, or the loop view. With the loop view, you can see one big image at a time. And there are separate options, separate view options for grid view and the grid view and the loop view. So I'm going to switch to a grid view for now. And you can see I've got some flags here and the numbers of the cells and the rotation icons as well. Now here's how you can set it up. You go to View menu and down to View Options. When the View Options dialog box opens, I'm going to keep it here on the left hand side. We'll start with the Grid View tab first. You got Show Grid Extras. We can cycle between compact cells and expanded cells. So what you're seeing right now are the compact cells, and here are the expanded cells. I normally use compact cells, but just another option. Just a couple of options here. I'm not going to go through everything, just the important options. Like for example, in the cell icons, you can remove the flags if you don't need them, if you don't use them. Okay, I'm going to get rid of them. You can, well, one of the nice features here is the unsaved metadata. So as you start making changes to the images, I've made some changes to these images here, I've developed them. There are some unsaved metadata. They are saved into the catalog, but you can also save them into the file. I'm going to leave it unchecked. Now the compact cell extras. Here you can define what you want to see here in these cells for the images. So I've got index number, this is the number here. I've got rotation, which appears on rollover, where you could just rotate the image. Okay. And I've got top label and bottom label. I'm going to uncheck that. Let's start with the top label. So tick that. Okay. And I've got some label here at the top of the image. And you can choose whatever you want in here. By default, Lightroom will use the copy name or the file base name. But you can choose actually anything here. Okay, I'm going to leave that. For the bottom label, okay, the label that appears below the image, what I would do here is I would probably choose exposure, or because there's quite a lot of space in here, I would choose exposure and ISO. So you can see the exposure and ISO of the images. Okay. Now I'll show you another way of how you can display this metadata, or you can just roll over the image. So normally I don't use the label here, neither top or bottom, okay, because I use keyboard shortcut for that, but just an option. Now expanded cell extras. So let's change it to expanded cells. And now we got header with labels here. So you got the index number, okay, which sounds alright. Crop dimensions, very interesting feature. If you crop the image, you're going to see the cropped dimensions of the image, okay, which might be smaller than that. Okay. Another interesting feature is that you can actually click on the extra on the cell to change it. Yeah, you just click on it, just like that. Very nice feature in Lightroom. Then we've got copy name on file base name. So pantomime _03, 04, and so on. And I've got the file extension. Well, this is the default. Again, I would normally change it to probably ISO, especially if I shoot at different ISO ratings, like in here 800 and 1000. Sounds about right. Okay. Now here's the next option, the loop view. I'm going to change it back to compact cells, and I'll go to loop view. Here you go. Now let me just maybe select another image. Here we go. So I'll go to loop view. Okay. And then we got the show info overlay, which will show you some overlay of some information about the image. Here we go. I'll put it here. What we're looking at right now are the file name and copy name, capture date and time, and the crop dimensions. And there's another one for file name and copy name, exposure and ISO, and less settings. This is the one that I use most. This is the one you can see on the screen right now. Very useful. But actually, there's another way of doing it. So I'm going to accept that, leave it, play HD video at draft quality, great for performance, so I'll leave that. There's no OK button, you just close it. Okay. If you look on the view menu, you got the loop info, where you can cycle between info 1 and info 2. That's what we just looked at. And what I normally do is, I'm just going to change it to that, is the keyboard shortcut Control-I, or this will be Command-I on the Mac. So when I loop view, I'll just press the keyboard shortcut. And as you keep on pressing the keyboard shortcut, you're cycling through no view or the one you've got selected. Or you can just press I as well, and I will cycle through the options. So no display, 1 and 2. Very nice feature. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. This is just a quick overview of the view options in Lightroom. Thank you for watching.